Hi, good morning. It's me again, Sky Pirate. This morning I would like to speak about my concern that Guyana is not developing and that, like, I'm afraid that it will not develop. And I would have to explain, like, how I see things, you know? Like, how could I say that the country won't develop or it's not possible. Okay, this is Guyana, this is South America, right? But regardless of what, this is the land. The native people of this land is the Amerindian people. And from history, we know the Europeans came and they settled it, but how did they settle it? Like, to me, obviously, like, the Amerindians would have to give themselves. You can't just go and like take this land. The people would have to accept you, and there would have to be some kind of marriage between the people of this land and the newcomers, like the settlers or the colonizers, in order for this land to be settled, the South American land. Like the Pocahontas story of John Smith. Like John Smith had to, like romance this Pocahontas and whatever in order to get the land, right? You check it out, like the North Americans, United States. Like, in order for these guys, Europeans, to have settled there, right? They would have to marry themselves to the land, marry themselves to the people of this land, the Native Americans, and it's like the women. So, and if you check it, a lot of these Americans have Native American blood in them because of this union. So what I'm saying here is in Guyana here, there's this Exxon deal and there's oil and all this stuff. However, like, regardless of what, this land is attached to the Amerindian women. And unless these women gave themselves to the newcomers, these business people who are going to put on businesses there, it won't work. There has to be a marriage. There has to be a union between the natives here and the big businesses, that the developers, the best word, the developers. They would have to have some kind of marriage actually between the Native Americans and the developers. So, and in my, well, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything, at least spoken of in the public, about any Guyanese Amerindian woman that's married to like the investors, one of these big Exxon people or anybody, these guys. So, in my opinion, this is my opinion, there is no real commitment from this company or whoever the developers are in this country to the Guyanese people. For there to be a commitment, a business commitment, a development commitment, there must be a real marriage in terms of the, like, a developer being married to like one of the natives, the Amerindian women, and as far as I'm concerned, is none. So I strongly believe that it's not so, and as a matter of fact, the Amerindian women, the local Guyanese women, they're not committing themselves to developers, which are mostly ExxonMobil. You have a lot of Chinese developers as well here in Guyana, a lot of them. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no real commitment from the Guyanese people to the developers. And the way you see this development is in terms of marriage, is in terms of children. When they get married and have children, this is a commitment, it's definite. And if this woman is faithful and loyal to this developer, well, this will get developed. However, if okay, the Guyanese women, they're giving themselves to these developers. However, they're messing around and they're still, sleeping with a lot of their own Guyanese people. For it to work, well, the Guyanese people, a Guyanese woman, have to give themselves completely to the developers, and like detach herself from her Guyanese people, and be committed in a marriage, in a long-term marriage, change her habits, culture, everything, because the developers, when they come here, they change the culture and everything. Just like in a marriage, like between a European guy and a Marinian woman, well, the culture changes on both sides. So in order for there to be development, this must happen. As far as I'm seeing, well, the Guyanese women are not committing themselves to any type of developer. So I strongly believe that there is no development, and that whatever is being done, like these small pieces of development here and there, even like the Harbor Bridge, it's a huge project, it's a lot of money, but I feel it's no development, and I am scared it won't finish. Hey, it may finish, and I would be so happy it finished. I'd like some work there, but like I can't even get like a job like around where I live. But anyways, that's one of my fears, that this project won't happen, and it's because of non-commitment. There's not a commitment between the people and the developers, and they would have to accept this. Clearly, there's none. Go ahead, go ask a Guyanese woman, hey, are you going to be 100% committed to some white guy from ExxonMobil and not cheat on him? Because that's the only way development is going to happen. You accept this new culture, this new lifestyle, it's a marriage, and life changes, the future changes. And it's just the same way these guys develop this country, and life changes, the future changes. Like these big name brands come in, the food culture, everything changes up. But that is my concern. Sky Pirate signing out.